Oh, goodness. Oh, okay, this is a lot. I am so excited to be here with all of you today. It is a tremendous honor to join the ranks of talents whose stars and legacy line Hollywood Boulevard. As a little girl from Orlando, Florida, who got her start singing the national anthem, I'm not sure I ever remember having dreams this big. I never thought something like this would actually come to life, but yet here we are, and it's deeply humbling and weird. When I started in this industry, I was just 14 years old, and my only goal as a young and naive teenager was to stick around for as long as possible, to create some semblance of longevity, and above all, to evolve my craft in the directions that move me. I've had some missteps and certainly made some questionable creative choices along the way, some of the movies that you mentioned and albums, so we're not gonna go into details about that, but I think that's all part of the natural ebb and flow. Today is a milestone of sorts, a celebration of that goal coming to fruition. And as I reflect back on my past journey, I can't help but look forward to the future and everything that's on the horizon. A career is shaped by so many things, and for me, there are two monumental projects that represent both where I started and where I am now. A Walk to Remember, and This Is Us. So thank you, Shane and Dan, for those incredible introductions. It blows my mind. It takes just one person to see a spark in you, to see you in a way that you may not see yourself, to give you permission to go beyond what the world may or may not expect of you, and completely change the path of your life and your career. And back in 2001, as a bubbly blonde pop singer with relatively little experience in front of the camera, director Adam Shankman did just that for me when he cast me as the morally sound, plain Jane Jamie Sullivan in A Walk to Remember. Reflecting back on that time, my first leading role, I can't help but think of my poor sweet co-star Shane explaining the basics of filmmaking to me, like how to hit my mark and when and how to deliver my lines. He was exceedingly patient, kind, and so talented. On set, I was a nervous wreck, but I felt buoyed knowing that I had such a capable friend who had my back and lovingly let me ride his coattails into teen romance infamy. Honestly, none of us knew that project would have the reach and the resonance it's had over the years, with new generations discovering it and falling in love with a story that will forever hold a very special place in my heart. Before This Is Us, I found myself coming up against many walls. I knew that I had more to give as an actor and a performer and a human being. I was so hungry for a challenge, and I was seeking something more colorful and creative, something I knew people wouldn't expect from me. And once again, it took a visionary to see beyond the box and the borders that define us. Dan Fogelman understood what I was capable of, and he gave me the push that I needed to walk through a new door of opportunity. He believed in me, and he took a chance. And for that, I will be eternally grateful and will continue reminding him of that gratitude every chance I get, even though it makes him very uncomfortable. When he offered me the role of Rebecca Pearson, matriarch of this family, I never imagined I would spend so many hours of my life in hair and makeup trying to look like I was in my late 60s. I kid, I do it gladly because as a cast, we all acknowledge this is the job of a lifetime. It is beyond wish fulfillment to portray this dynamic woman and explore the dichotomy of age and the perils of life and loss in such rich detail on television. And with this cast, and those words, I mean, come on. As artists, we are only as good as the writers and coworkers and crew we are lucky enough to work with. So thank you to them, and thank you to my fake family, who have become real family. Milo, Sterling, Justin, Chrissy, Chris Sullivan, who's not here, Susan, John, for delivering so much depth and consideration and raw emotions to these roles and never failing to bring it all to the table for our on-screen family. And of course, our showrunners, Isaac Aptaker, Elizabeth Berger, all of our writers, director and executive producer Ken Olin, executive producer Jess Rosenthal. A big thank you too to our studio and network families, especially Dana Walden, Gary Newman, Peter Rice, Johnny Davis, Howard Kurtzman, Sharon Klein, Stephanie Levinson, and everyone at 20th Century Fox, plus Paul Taleji, George Cheeks, Lisa Katz, Grace Wu, and everyone at NBC. Also to my team personally, Alyssa Vradenberg, and Mitch, and everyone at Untitled, Leslie Siebert, Daisy Wu, Nick Collins, PJ Shapiro, Brian Lazarus, Jillian Roscoe, Rachel Hunt, Becca Kaplan, and everyone at ID. And above all, my family. My mom and dad who are here, my brothers Scott and Kyle who are here, and my husband, the love of my life, and all of my best friends who are here too, my girls over there that came to celebrate. I love you guys. This is all thanks to you. At this chapter in my life, things are starting to feel like they're coalescing. They're coming full circle, yet with so many blank pages ahead to fill. And that's what excites me the most about this juncture. Those of you who know me well know that I am inherently uncomfortable in this position. But recently, I have found myself stepping into my power in a new way. I'm finally starting to understand and own who I am. I've discovered a sense of authenticity and confidence in what's next. And I feel really lucky. It may have taken a long time to get here, and a long time to feel comfortable in my skin, but hard work is what grounds us. It's what makes us reach further than the day before and trust in our lead. If I've learned anything, it's that you must be grateful for where you've been in order to keep moving forward. The opportunities that we're offered in the present are stones we're turning and building on. And I have such an appreciation and fondness and respect for my young self because she is what brought me here to this moment today, 20 years later, with her own star on the Walk of Fame. I did not know it was possible to dream dreams this big. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.